What up, Whiskey Ginger fans? Welcome back to the show. If it's your first time joining the show, welcome to the show. We got a good one for you today. Like my man Steve Harvey done say, and I am out on tour. Doing my second chunk of this tour. I just got off the road. It was incredible. Shout out to all the cities I came out in. Des Moines, a.k.a. Waukee, and Kansas City, and Cleveland, Indianapolis, St. Louis. You guys were incredible. I appreciate everybody that came out. November 1st and 2nd, I got Grand Rapids and Detroit. Michigan, where my mitts at. Come out and see me. Then I go to Australia, New Zealand, and Singapore with bad friends. Then I come back and we do New Orleans, San Antonio, Chicago, Durham, Atlanta, Charleston, Philly, New York, Phoenix, San Francisco, San Diego, and Boston, and then finally Minneapolis, Minnesota. We added shows at a bunch of these dates, and we're continuing to add shows because of you guys, so thank you for the love. I appreciate you. Go to andrewsantino.com for those tickets, andrewsantino.com.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You're that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest today is one of my favorite people. I don't have to say that for all my guests, but I mean once again today. It's Rick Glassman and Alvin.
Alvin, come here.
Alvin.
Come here.
Alvin is Richard's new dog. And now that's a Rot Pit, a Rottweiler Pit Bull mix.
Chihuahua pug. His dad is a pug and his mom is Jewish.
Ew! A Chihuahua pug.
Yeah.
A chipug.
Yeah.
A pugwawa.
I would actually like to take a sip of my pug wawa.
Oh, do it, baby boy.
That's what happened. That's what I call when I pour a little water in the cap to give to the dog.
It's a pugwawa.
Pug wawa.
I love these pants.
Thank you.
This is about as loud and fun as I've ever seen them. I really like this. Who makes them? Somebody nice?
It starts with an S-U-P.
Does it end with EME?
No, but
It's
no.
Supimi. Supimi. Who makes them? Supervision. You don't need supervision. You're a wild child.
Sometimes.
You're a wild child.
So I'm choosing to wear colors a little bit more.
You deserve it.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, my dad and I were driving down Pico. My dad obviously sells area rugs. If you're looking for just the right flooring, you need choices. And at Marshall Carpet One, you'll find thousands of choices, including carpet, hardwood, rugs, and luxury vinyl. So make the right choice and visit Marshall Carpet One and Rug Gallery. And we promise, with more than 50 years as a family-owned business, we've got you covered! And we saw a billboard that IKEA had about furniture and it had rugs. And we noticed it. And it said something that I've not forgotten since. Either as my dad. 8 times a year, my dad and I would say it to each other. Be bold, not beige.
It was an IKEA ad?
Yeah, like make choices. Everything, make choices. Make style choices. Make color choices. And I agree with this. I grew up in the flooring business, and I know what I'm talking about. There's no such thing as making a wrong choice if it's a choice that you think you want to make about design.
Yeah.
Because then you might not like it. You could change it again.
Right.
But how stale. How to walk into the same stuff. Make art.
Make art.
There's a song that the gay people play about art.
It's raining.
No. It's about like it's like gay. But what are the gay fashion people?
All of them.
No, you know what I'm talking about. There's like
Calvin Klein, Tommy Hilfiger, Nautica,
you know how people
Ralph Lauren.
You know how people call New York and LA
gay
elitists?
Yeah.
There is an elitist, like there's the gay like the type, what's the Devil Wears Prada? That bitch.
Yeah.
Like that kind of like,
Fashionista.
what's the term? Is it just fashionista?
No, I don't know. What is the term? What's a term for a Devil Wears Prada fashion bitch?
But like, it's like the people that would be like, oh, brown shoes with a dark suit, you might be a redneck. The type of people that do stuff like, oh yeah, honey, that's great. It's really not trashy to see your thong through your white pants. You might be a redneck.
You might be a redneck if you get caught wearing white after Labor Day, even at a KKK rally. You might be a redneck.
Yeah. You realized you had to end with it.
I had to. It goes at the end.
Yeah. He knows what he's doing.
God, does he ever?
But
Was he Fox-worthy? Proved himself.
Yeah.
Fox very worthy, turns out.
I give that 2 licks. You know,
I'm so happy to see you.
I'm happy to be
And
here.
I'm happy that you're feeling good. You know, I texted your dad again to make sure your dad was okay.
He told me to tell you. I forgot to tell you. Thank you so much for the message.
Love your father.
I do too, man.
I love your father. You know, here's why. I love your mother too. I don't want to do this thing where your mom goes, Ricky, I watched and Andrew didn't say he loved. I do love you too. I love you so much. Your dad just does he does something for me. He makes me laugh every time I talk to him on the phone. You do the same thing. But with your father, I don't get to see him as much.
Well, you know,
He makes me feel good. I do want to visit him. Well, when I go to Cleveland, you're going to be, hopefully, yes? Or
Cleveland,
no?
it's your hometown hero, Rick Glassman, here to tell you, Daddy's coming home. But this time, he's bringing his poppy. We're talking October 10th at the. We'll fill it in. I don't know.
Yeah,
what it's
fill it.
called.
I don't know what it is either.
Not only will I be featuring, I'm going to go up after him and do a half hour strictly about minorities.
Ooh, let's go over something right now.
Sure. If you wear Culver pants instead of beige, you might be a redneck.
You might be redneck.
You might be
You
redneck.
might be a redneck. You know, I don't like the term. I don't like the term redneck.
That sounded very like I don't like Rick.
I was remixing for you.
Do that.
If you might be a redneck.
Will you interview
What's
me?
going on in Syria?
Have you got? I'm not
being
trying
serious.
to avoid. I'm not trying to avoid this.
Yeah.
I'm going to come back. But have you guys seen Bridget Jones's Diary?
Yeah, a long time ago though. Long time ago. I have seen it.
Still remember when
He showed me how his back would bend.
Well, bye, this here Anakin guy. Maybe Vader someday later, now he's just a small fry. He left his home and kissed his mama goodbye, singing, soon I'm gonna be a Jedi.
I love
Weird
that.
Al.
Weird
Running
Al.
with Scissors.
One of the greatest. What an album. That was such an album. Such a good album.
Bunny Rubble, what a little wiener. Where's Wilma? Anybody seen her? Got a baby elephant vacuum cleaner.
He was so good.
Yabba dabba doo now.
What a good song.
Well, the thing is, he's very talented. No ifs, ands, or buts.
No, one butt.
Yeah, the buttload of cash that he earned.
Gotta believe it.
But what I'm saying is he knows what he's doing. He's taking songs that are already smash hits.
Smash hits.
And he's then just putting funny words, or sometimes it doesn't even have to be funny. It's just, he's making the Man in the Moon or the Meatball, whatever that song is, be Star Wars stuff. And
Yeah.
that is inherently funny.
It's inherently funny. Meatloaf, not Meatball. Meatloaf. The singer, Meatloaf.
No, by this American Pie.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about he did a Meatloaf song too, didn't he?
I don't know. And I'm not afraid to say
And
it.
I would do anything for love, but I won't do now. Yeah, he did for lunch, right? And I would do anything for lunch. Isn't that it?
I actually don't think this is him. This is a different parody artist.
God bless. You got to keep it moving. Tell me about your pup. Give it to me. Give me the dog. I mean, I want to take it home with me.
What do you mean? What do I say? Do I tell you the true story? Because I don't know if it's podcast worthy.
Give me a fake one then.
I was down on my luck. I had moved to LA, heck, at this point, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago.
And the amount of time I gave myself expired around 14 years ago. So I'm eating out of the back of my car. Just potato chips and rags of seaweed.
Just a full trunk of rag of seaweed and potato chips. Any kind in particular?
Whatever I could find in the dumpster.
Looks like Cool Ranch to me.
Oh, and it was not.
Not cool at all.
No.
Speaking of the ranch, please cut to an ad for the ranch on Netflix. They're sponsoring the show.
In case you don't have the rights, maybe just do a quick commercial and we'll cut to that.
You're eating out of the back of your car.
Right.
You're 9 years in.
And I oh, by the way, let me add something. In the back, in my trunk, I have a Bubba Fett costume that I bought because I was going down to Hollywood Boulevard to take pictures for money because it was either that or blowing people.
Well, have you ever doubled down, try to blow people in the Boba Fett costume? Nope, that's alcohol. Sorry, baby.
Do a sketch where I wear my Bubba Fett costume and I'm blowing guys. And even if I don't post it anywhere, it'll be funny. And just do it.
Go ahead.
And there was a dog that was being chased by other bigger dogs. Have you seen the Mark Wahlberg movie about the dog named Arthur?
7 times.
You have seen it?
Yeah, I saw it 7 times.
You know that dog that he gave the meatballs to?
Meatloaf. Yeah.
Do you know the movie really?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me something about it.
Well, he falls in the river and he has to help him get out.
You didn't see it. You were too specific.
He falls in the river. Doesn't he fall in the river?
No.
Tell me he doesn't fall in the river.
No, he doesn't.
Is there a body of water he falls into at all?
He does go into the water to get the dog, but he doesn't fall. That's not what it was.
you.
No, that wasn't
Thank
it.
you.
Okay, tell me something else.
First of all, it's about God and the basis of which you should believe in Lord because if you don't have Lord, you've got nothing. And tell me I'm wrong.
Well, I won't tell you you're wrong about the statement, but I will tell you you're wrong that statement is not made in King Arthur the Dog movie with Mark Wahlberg. Now I know for sure you haven't seen it. I know. There's nothing you could do. I know. But I'd like to use this bad choice that you made of lying to me and turn it into an opportunity where we could create a game. I have an idea for a game.
Go for it.
I have to say if you've seen something, and you have to prove to me that you have.
Yeah.
If you make too specific of a statement, it's going to be obvious. Now I know you didn't see it. So how broad could you be where technically you're right? And then we have to get more specific each time.
Okay, you say something like...
for example, you say he fell in a body of water. Well, technically he did, but... I know what you're saying. And now I have to... He fell in a body of water, but I guess I'll be more specific and add on to something else, like Jenga, until the person knows, no, you didn't see it.
Right. All right, let's try.
All right, name a movie.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it.
Seen it.
Yeah, great. I could prove I've seen it. You don't believe me?
No.
It's Indiana Jones. It's the Indiana Jones movie. Of course, I've seen it.
Harrison Ford, I've seen that. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Ark of the Covenant is actually what they're referencing in the film. Do you know that? The Ark of the Covenant?
Yeah, but that's the main arc.
No, it's not the Ark of the film, but it's the Ark of the Covenant.
No, I'm saying, but like when I think arc, like as like a tangible thing, that's what I think of.
You ever seen the Arc de Triomphe in Paris?
I have not. It's beautiful.
How do you know if you've never seen it?
Because I happened I know in the Indiana Jones movie, he just travels the world a lot. And there was a scene, I don't know if you even remember if they even called it that, but he was in Paris. There was a scene that you could tell it was at least somewhere in Europe.
It was in Europe for sure, but not in Paris, unfortunately.
Oh, you've seen Raiders of the Lost Ark?
7 times.
Okay, prove it.
Okay. It's Indiana Jones,
Well, yeah.
Harrison Ford, and Sean Connery. You're endorsing publicly, people should know, for President Rand Paul. Why Rand Paul?
I just thought it's funny. Most presidents are running, and he is so confident that he put it behind him already, and he changed it to Rand.
Yeah.
And I thought that's really a confidence.
Rand Paul.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Remember Roll Doll?
Roll Doll, yes.
Where the sidewalk ends? Have you read that book?
If I read the book, I mean...
Give me one of your favorite pieces.
This is going to sound so pretentious. I did like the movie better. And need I say more?
It was actually Shel Silverstein that wrote Where the Sidewalk Ends. I was seeing if you were paying attention.
I know.
Roald Dahl, known anti-Semite, Shel Silverstein, Fancy cool Jew.
Is Roald Dahl the actor that played what's his name in the Street Fighter movie?
Yeah, that's Dalsim.
No. Will you look that up, please? No.
By the way, Roald Dahl wrote,
Roll Julia.
Roll Julia.
Which is like the orange frozen drink version.
Roll Julia. Roll Julia. Roll Julia. Sitting on my face, the pup.
Hey, man. I'm wearing colors. I'm in your studio.
Yeah.
And I just realized something. How sweet it is
How sweet
to
it
be
is.
friends with you.
How many milligrams do you take these days?
Whoa. Make it oh, shucks your mama. 5.
5?
Yeah, just 5.
No way.
Yeah, I even when I drink coffee, a couple of sips.
You take 5 milligrams of coffee?
No.
Yeah, beautiful, dog.
Oh, he's such a little boy.
So 5 millis is all you need.
Yeah.
Have you ever taken a big dose?
I've had 10.
Back up. Back up. Back that ass up with that 10 milligram. Back that ass up with that 10 milligram. 10 milligram in my right, left hand. Got both feeling it. Man, I'm the man, Rick Glassman.
What if I was one of those guys that are able to do the type of robot dancing that like you send to somebody else when you see it, even though you've seen it before? It's never gonna lose its magic trick. You know, like the head doesn't move, the heart does some shit. That's just fucking fantastic. There's like 30 people in the world that could really captivate it. What if I was one of those people, but I never showed it until now? And like while you're doing that, I silly, and then all of a sudden.
I'd love every second of that.
Just, and Eric Griffin would do the sounds probably, and you would just be like, oh, "That's fucking incredible."
I'd be shocked.
I'll confess, and I've said this to you before. That's how I often feel about you when I hear you beatbox or do certain accents. Sometimes I hear that stuff, and it's like, we got to find a way to monetize this better. Than you're doing great, but
but that could
concentrate. You doing? Watch this. Scottish, and you have the hiccups. I've never said this before to him.
All right, you've got to give yourself a little bit of a break.
Okay.
If you can't give yourself a break, who's going to break for you? Nobody.
That is, you find the way to squeeze that into an oil, and they're ranch dressing who, okay? Because everyone's gonna be using it in every. But it's a party trick right now.
It's a party trick right now.
Mike Myers turned it into a career, and I'm not knocking him. I'm a fan. But he did. He turned it into a career.
He did.
Because back then, there wasn't all the bullshit seed oils. There was only the pure stuff, the good high burn temperature oils.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, you got people on TikTok who are pretending that they like women, and then they say, pretending that they respect women.
Mm-hmm.
And then they come from the point of view of teaching men how to be better for women, but what they're really doing is saying men want aggressors, a woman wants to be told what to do, and all this shit where it's just like, let me tell you something about women. Hey, already, you don't know shit about women. I was raised in a single-parent household. I had a dad, but he was at work all the time.
All the time.
And basically, my mom raised me. My mom taught me Mama taught me how to shave.
Yep.
I have 14 birthdays, and he never ever sent me a card. To hell with him.
Let it out. Let it out.
How come you don't want me, man?
Let it out, man. It's okay.
How come you don't want me?
In here, we pour whiskey.
Hey, if you're someone like me who travels a lot, even if you don't travel a lot, if you're into loungewear and you like stuff that's comfortable, all right? Stuff that you can wear outside of the crib and on the couch at home while you're hanging out, you got to check out Public Rec. I love Public Rec. They sent me a whole bunch of stuff. The slacks, the pants are so nice. I wore them golfing, and then I wore them at the house, then I wore them out to dinner. You can do it all. The blank tees is what I really love. I love blank tees. I like to rotate them. Different colors, different colorways, you know? And you can finally have indoor comfort with outdoor style by wearing Public Rec's Daymaker pants. That's what I rocked. And they were so nice, I'm telling you. And also, it fits right. It fits to your body nice. Their proprietary blend of materials provides the perfect combination of breathability and stretch while still holding its form. You never want to take them off, and you don't. I fell asleep in it one night after having a few too many soda pops. But Public Rec has the most comfortable pants ever made. They have a huge selection of high-quality, everyday basics. You can revamp your entire wardrobe with our perfect-fitting polos, shirts, and hoodies. And I really love the slacks, and I love the tees. That's kind of my favorite. I'm a tees guy. I'm a t-shirt and jeans or t-shirt and pants cat. And they have this, man, in spades. It's so comfortable and soft. You don't stink. They don't get sweaty. They don't get stainy, which I hate, that deodorant stain. Can't stand. So stop the suffering in regular pants. For a limited time, our listeners get 20% off when using the code WHISKEY at checkout. That's 20% off with the code WHISKEY at publicrec.com. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. You know where you heard about them. You heard about them here. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Say goodbye to pants that put up a fight. Bunching and scrunching, no more. Because when comfort meets style, you found Public Rec. What's that smell? It's me, because I smell good, because I'm rocking MANDO, baby. Natural, 100% organic, fragrance, oil-free, dermatologist recommended. MANDO is it, ladies and gents. Mostly gents, though, to be honest with you. But I'm talking to everybody here. But MANDO is great. This is full body, smell good deodorant that honestly changes the way you stink. This whole body deodorant is so good. Controls odor for 72 hours. Clinically proven. You can choose from 4 cologne quality scents or unscented if you want to get stealthy. Whatever you want to do. You want to fly under the radar like a bomber. But I really do love it, man. It smells so good. And also, you don't have to put on all these like extra. You put on deodorant, and you put on lotion, and you put on cologne or perfume or whatever. No, with this, you're gonna smell good for longer with the MANDO whole body deodorant. I love the bourbon leather because I like bourbon. I also like leather. The word is out, but they got Clover Woods, Mount Fuji, for Bobby, Pro Sport, and then again unscented. It smells really good. It lasts a long time. Doctor developed, so it's not going to cause any sort of irritation anywhere on your body. You can put this stuff anywhere. So you got to try this, man. I can't recommend this product enough. Ready to make the upgrade to MANDO. Special offer, beep, 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 beep. New customers get $5 off MANDO's best-selling starter pack with the code WHISKEY. You got to do it. You got to get yourself out there and do it, ladies and gents. Gents specifically, but ladies, whatever you like. I'm not judging. MANDO Starter Pack is the perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. Luckily, I got a discount code to help you get hooked on my new favorite smelling whole body deodorant on the market. New customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack. Use the code WHISKEY at shopmando.com. That's SHOPMANDO.com.
Ginger. I like gingers.
What's going on in Syria?
Oh, right. Bridget Jones's Diary. Thank you.
There it is.
There is Renee Zellweger.
Love.
I'm just saying her name.
Zellweger.
I'm just saying her name.
Renee Zellweger.
Anyway, that girl and Hugh Grant. Gorgeous Hugh Grant.
Yeah.
A mane
Yeah.
of flowing locks.
Yeah.
These glasses, if I were Hugh Grant.
Right.
Better. Like, these
Better.
are Rick Glassman versions. Picture the Hugh Grant versions of these.
Right.
He looks amazing. And he's so charming and he's soft-spoken. And then out of like nowhere, before you really get to know his character, she sits down and they work in journalism or news or something. And she goes, so what do you think about what's going on in Chechnya? And he goes, I don't give a shit. I laughed out loud. I rewound it. I couldn't believe it. It's not his character.
Right.
I've never seen Hugh Grant in this way.
Yeah.
I never seen it. And I watched, so what did you ask me about?
Syria.
Yeah, I haven't been keeping up because I've been watching Bridget Jones's Diary and been watching so many rom-coms recently.
You're a big rom-com guy lately?
Oh my gosh, always. But like you go through, I rewatch Sopranos once a year. I rewatch Game of Thrones once a year. And I'll probably watch maybe twice every other year rom-coms. Just I'm constantly watching them.
I'm watching Perfect Strangers. I'm rewatching the entire series of Perfect Strangers.
I don't remember it, but I used to watch it. It was part of the original TGIF.
Yeah, Hosen Balki. Yeah, Balki Bartakamis.
Yeah.
Who would end up having probably the best starring role, Bronson Pinchot, in Beverly Hills Cop.
The hairdresser?
Achwell Foley.
Yeah,
No, he
yeah.
works at the art studio.
And
Your friend Aqua is there. Get out! I can.
yeah, so good.
He was incredible. He was so.
Did you see the new one?
Yeah, I watched.
The
Yeah,
Beverly Hills, I'm saying. Not the new Perfect Strangers.
Oh, did I see the new
The,
Beverly Hills?
the Beverly Hills Cop that just came out on Netflix.
Yeah, I saw it 7 times.
Okay. Tell me then. How something about the movie.
Eddie Murphy. He's got to come back to L.A. And he's got to make amends, doesn't he? With someone important, someone he loves, someone he hasn't talked to enough, wasn't there for. His daughter. He's got to come back for his daughter. And that's what the film is really about. There's a lot of other stuff in there.
I know.
Crime.
I've seen it.
Cops. But it's about his relationship with his daughter.
You know, it's funny that you say that because I agree.
Yeah.
But it's more than his relationship with his daughter because that's really putting the focus on Eddie's character.
Yeah.
And it's more about the relationship between the two of them, right? Because her relationship with him as well. Because there's obviously
She's flawed.
There's some stories in there that don't even involve the dad.
And they shouldn't. It's about her life and her love. And wouldn't you know it, she's in love with someone close to home.
Not that close to home. I mean, she works with him, but not close to Eddie Murphy.
That's close.
Yeah.
That is close. You ever fallen in love at the office?
Once.
Tell me about it.
It was a long time ago, and it's probably not even interesting. I was working as a real estate agent in Cleveland, Ohio, and a woman I met at another agent's open house. I had never done this before. Like it was like a porn.
Yeah.
I was showing her through, and we had sex.
Okay.
in the home.
I thought you were going to say like bought the house.
No, I was running the open house, and it wasn't my open house
She had sex inside the house.
with me.
What room?
One of the bedrooms.
Staged furniture?
I
No
really-
furniture.
no, there was furniture. I really don't. I think the people were still living there. It
Oh,
wasn't my open house.
shoot.
What?
Shoot. That's something.
Yeah. So anyway, and then I couldn't tell anybody in my office. I don't remember a week. I mean, within like the 10 day, a week or 2 weeks later, that woman came in, and everyone was saying, "Oh, welcome back," and blah blah blah. She works in the office. She's the manager of the real estate office.
Oh boy.
And she looked at me and she smiled, and like we didn't have a conversation of like, is this needed to be a secret? Am I in trouble? Are you in trouble?
Who's in trouble?
And I didn't logically think this, but emotionally I couldn't help because she was my superior. I felt like she has leverage on me. There was something about it. I felt like I did something wrong. I'm dirty. And I just remember creating this story for like a year and a half that this woman is either out to get me or worried about like I'm in danger of this person. And I created this thing, and I realized I'd come into some self-awareness, and I realized that I had just been like looking back, if this stuff wasn't true, I was just mean to this person or cold.
Yeah.
And I went in and I talked to her about it, and I brought it up, and she said, "Thank you so much for explaining it." She was feeling something. She was staying away, but she and she was very sweet.
Diabetic?
No, I mean she like saw me.
She actually recognized you. Like, hey, that
I don't know if
that's
I want to
Rick.
keep this in. She said, "I love you," and that was the first time anyone, including my parents, has ever said that to me.
Wow.
And I was so scared of what that meant, because of like, that means everything I've been seeing for the past year and a half, not only is that not real, is I don't feel like I'm somebody who can't be loved, like I'm unlovable, but when someone said that, and I pushed her away, That's why I moved here. That's why I left Cleveland.
Yeah.
And you brought up I love it. Office said, it's not that I haven't thought about it, but like consciously, I haven't cried about it in 5 years. Yesterday, she just popped into my head, and I called her, and it went straight to voicemail, and she texted, and she said, just don't contact me. And there's nothing I can even say. And is it because I waited so long? Or would it have always been that? And that's what's fucking eating me up, because like if I knew it would always be that, it doesn't matter. If there was nothing I could have done, then there was nothing I could have done. But if it's like, oh, I'm mad or I'm scared and I leave, and how hurt she must feel and how betrayed she must be, and then I just keep tacking it on. So yeah, you could say I've had love in the office. We'll be right back.
I had an orgy.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I think maybe this did get me a little drunk. It sounded like you said you just had an orgy.
I was selling shingles door to door, in right outside of Chicago. Sorry, I was selling shingles vaccines. Ugh. I was selling vaccinations door to door, outside of Chicago, and a young couple, freshly married, high school sweethearts.
Yeah.
And they answered the door together simultaneously. Good afternoon, noon. It was an echo. And I said, I'm selling shingles vaccinations door to door. Do you want to get vaccinated?
You administer them?
No, I'd have to sell that to them, and I'd tell them to hold on to it, put it in a safe place, and we'd send a nurse or an administrator over. We sent an administrator over. He had to get a nurse anyway, which I thought was another step that we shouldn't have had to do.
Why even have the vaccine on you and just sell it, and then when the nurse comes, they bring the vaccine? Why are they holding on to
These
this
nurses'
thing?
schedules, they're hard to pin down. It's remarkable how busy these nurses are. So I said to this couple, are you interested? And she said, we just got married a couple days ago. I said, congratulations. She said, do you want to come inside and celebrate? And I said, excuse me? She said, do you want to come inside and celebrate? And and I said, okay, I guess. I'll cut the cake. That's what I said. I'll cut the cake. And the husband said, not without me watching. I know. So I go inside this little tiny bungalow.
Okay.
The husband is in there. He's making food.
Oh, okay.
Right?
So there is a cake.
There was a cake. That's why I could see it.
I thought this was going in an entirely different direction. I thought what I heard earlier. Anyway, go ahead.
No. So I get inside there. I start shooting frosting. All over. I'm shooting frosting. It's getting in people's faces.
Wait, what?
It's getting all over the place, right? And then I decorated with just a little bit of sprinkles. It was all over the cake, all this frosting, right?
Oh.
Well, my hand slips in there, and it is a moist cake, soaking wet. And I was like, why does that smell fishy? And he said, you never had cod cake? No, and I had not until this time. I'd never had cod cake.
Okay.
It's a cod cake. Have you ever had this before?
No, I thought you were going in a different direction.
So anyway, I'm smelling my fingers, and they have cod cake all over them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I go to the sink. I wash my hands off.
Okay.
I turn back around. The wife is bent over, spread eagle, in their house.
Naked?
What? No, she's holding this eagle.
Oh, a dinner. She was making eagle for dinner.
Yeah, she's holding this eagle up.
Sorry, I thought you were saying something
asking
different.
me if I want to check the talons. She goes, you want to test the talons? And I said, sure. And she goes, just grab the tip. So I grabbed the tip of the talon, right?
The bird claw.
Correct.
Okay.
And she said, you want to have a taste? I said, well.
Nobody eats the claw.
Why would I have a taste? And she said, well, do me a favor, at least flick the bean. And I said, I guess I have to. You just got married. So, in all, heavy tradition, he's got his hands up like that, and I grab a little bean and I flick it through, and it's a field goal.
I thought you were.
So then,
my mind, really quick. I'm sorry. I think I must have a dirty mind or something.
Why?
Because I keep picturing you're getting into something that, you said it. I must have misheard you. It wasn't that. I don't know. I'm just thinking dirty stuff for some reason. But go on. That's,
okay.
Obviously, I'm projecting.
So, then after I flick the bean and I've had some cod cake, I said, I got to be on my way, and the husband said, not without fisting me.
Wait.
So he puts his arm out.
Schultz. What does that mean?
I give him a pound. I put his arm, puts his arm out. I give him a pound. I walk back out to the front door. I turn around, and she says to me, where do you think you're going? I haven't been filled up yet. So I said, would you like me to order some more food if I feel like they didn't have enough food? She said, I'd love a cream pie. So I said, well, there's a, bakery right down the road, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I go to this bakery on 14th Street. I walk in the door of this bakery. It's a full-on fucking orgy. I start fucking the baker, the butcher, and the candlestick maker.
Wait a minute.
I'm fucking all three of these guys.
Holt. You really did have an orgy, but all that other stuff was not orgy-related?
No, that was just me saying hi to a newlywed couple.
Dirty, dirty boy. I'm such a dirty boy. I'm such a dirty fucking... Oh, I'm so dirty. Oh, dirty mind for a dirty boy. Fuck, dude. I'm over here thinking you're fisting the chick, you're diddling her clit, she's spread over bald eagle. Cutting the cake is really cutting his wife's butt cheeks in two and slipping it in the old-fashioned style. Like Abe Froman, the sausage king of Chicago, used to say, give me two or give me one, but don't give me none. Before I forget, you're going to Chicago.
Yeah.
You're going to be at the Den Theater.
No.
Oh, well, I thought you were
playing the Chicago Theater.
I thought you were going to be at the Den, so I wanted you to feel comfortable there.
Oh, wow. Is this really I'm playing the Chicago Theater January 11th.
If you're there, check out the Den because they have the softest merch. And
good God, this is soft.
Yeah, you know how much it costs?
I don't know, $20.
Double it.
21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. 40.
That's my guess.
Beautiful. What's going on? What honestly? What is going on with Syria?
Oh, buddy, it's a train wreck.
It really is.
But here's the thing. It's been
1 week since you looked at me. and I'll say this more than anything. As an old friend of yours.
Well, I wouldn't say you're that old.
Please.
Here's my impression of a guy who he's producing a silly game show.
Yeah.
And he's got a real ego on him, and he's doing all the sound design. He needs an editor to do it, but he's not getting a director. He's never done this before, but he has a vision, and he's going to do it. And here's my impression of how he talks in sound design, like the direction he gives. And then it'll be like, hey, Andrew, I wouldn't say you're that old. Something like, find something that's like, so people know it's a joke. Some kind of a horn.
I've never seen you so happy than with this dog.
Woo! Ghosts.
I mean it.
No, the audience cheered.
Yeah, the audience did.
The audience, like when Stamos comes in with a shirt
Ooh.
off. Here's my impression of a multicam for ghosts when the hot, steamy ghost comes in, wrapped up in just a bathrobe. Ooh.
What happens when someone goes missing on the ghost show? You won't believe it.
Bow, bow, bow. Do something with that.
Boo, boo, boo.
Oh, I stepped on it.
Easy.
I really thought you were asking.
Turn
me.
on the air, Prince. It's getting hot in here, kid. Take
Nelly.
off all your clothes. Now, Nelly, a Saint Lunatic, one of the greatest
Yeah.
of the lunatics.
You know, the Longest Yard, Nelly got all of the lunatics to be staffed on that in some way or another, whether it's one of them was the DP, I think. Then there was a PA's grip. One of them did crafty. There was a couple that background
No way.
football players. Yeah,
That's something that Sandler would approve. Sandler's that kind of guy.
yeah.
You worked with Adam?
I played basketball against him once, but I never worked with him.
That's working him. I'm sure you shook him.
Well, let's
Couple
just
of
say
crossovers.
we guarded each other, and there was a time that somebody called travel, and then that guy passed me the ball, and I shot the 3, and I made it. And Sandler goes, "Oop, bet I have to step up on you now," and that wasn't even an in-game 3. And after that, he guarded me so unbelievably tight, I couldn't do anything. And I was getting a little mad because he plays a little
Dirty.
to where, like, the kind of dirty that, like, I don't, if you were filming it, it'd be like, yeah, fucking, of course he gets away with it, because it's not that bad. It's not like he didn't call me the N-word, but he's like holding a little and he's pulling, and it's not this, and it's just a little this, and then, and it's sharp, and it's like he's allowed to do it, but I don't want that.
Is he allowed to do it because it's Sandler, or is he allowed to do
No,
it because
because
it's
that's
just
how people
it's
play.
just basketball?
It's just, listen, that's how people play. No, it's not. That's not how people with honor play.
Ooh.
But then you get older, and is it more honorable to succumb to this rule that society put on us to do and to not to do, versus to honor ourselves and the game itself by playing the version that we could be our best in? Because you do not get better challenging those less than you. You do not learn from people who know less than you, and you do not grow without people who offer you pain in order for you to grow. No, what you need is the best. And if the best he could be is playing that way, and I'm going to then say, I have a boundary that conflicts with yours and I'm the priority, hey, I could choose not to play with him anymore. But he's playing and he's not breaking the law. But I hated it, and I didn't feel comfortable doing that to him, because I know I would hurt him, and I get really too aggressive.
Yeah.
So I'm like, just let him do his stuff, and I'm not. But what I want to do is get very, very aggressive, and I've had bad situations in my life getting aggressive on the basketball courts.
You ever broken the law? What are we talking?
Yeah, I raced on the freeway once, did 100.
Who'd you race? What kind of car?
Nissan Altima.
Wow. What are we talking?
I think it was a 2001.
Gray. Green. Gray,
Gray.
green? Gray. Yeah.
Gray.
Yeah, the old ones are mostly gray.
No, 90, must have been 90. I don't know when, but it was gray.
Gray. Smoked them?
I was, it's actually, I see quite the emblacet. It's a word, you know what it means, with these two stories, because I was going like this and going around cars, and it's stupid and dangerous.
Very.
But then in order for him to pass me, he had to like do something that was like, to me, listen, I was already breaking the law.
Of course.
But when he did something, he was very competitive with it. And like did something where I then realized, ooh, we shouldn't be doing that. Like I realized a little too late. That's real cool guy energy.
Why
But,
did you have to talk out the side of your mouth? What is that? You didn't want him to see you saying that?
oh, because when cops are coming by, I don't want them to be confessing.
Oh, I'm speeding.
Yeah,
You don't want them to know.
I'm just letting the people. So, like the person, like in the car,
Oh, yeah.
and then we got pulled over. So yeah, he beat me. He got in front of me. We got pulled over.
Who won that war?
The truth is, long run,
Yeah.
no one won more than me and him.
Right.
We learned our lesson. Thank goodness, without hurting anybody.
Yeah. God bless the CHP.
But like, that's why I we make mistakes. Try and understand what mistakes you're going to be making before you do have a little foresight within that.
Yeah.
And that's a skill, and that's a craft, and that's something you could learn. But at least ask those questions. Why do I want to? Why did I? If you didn't ask it first. But they're going to happen, and you're going to make mistakes. And I don't see we're going to put like the type of music, like the Interstellar music or whatever, black and white. We could see them as mistakes and feel shame. We could see them as mistakes and get defensive and blame. But if we see them as opportunities is the name, to learn. So, yeah, you may have lost, but you could get better at the game. Whether you challenge yourself for failure or challenge yourself to grow, the only concession you need to make
Is that you'll never know.
is that the intention you need to know.
Oh, okay.
If you could agree with the reason why, then go for it. But if you think the reason why is something you'd be embarrassed to share with somebody else, at least question it. Hey, I'm just having a sip of whiskey with the boys. Having a good night. If you could say that to your partner, to your parents, to your children, then great. But if you're doing that and you're like, I don't want to tell such and such because of blah, 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 blah. I'm not saying tell them anyway, but I'm saying, why don't you want to? What shame do you have? What negative outcome do you think that you're going to create? And if so, is that a problem and why? Don't just stop there. Well, I don't want my dad to think that just because I'm gay means that I'm whatever. But that's what my dad thinks, as much as I love him, is really none of my business.
Yeah, that's right.
So am I not telling him because I don't want to upset him, or am I telling him because I feel ashamed that him being upset is going to define my value? You don't define my value. You don't, and I don't define yours. Nobody could make somebody feel anything. You know, I say this all the time, but Eleanor Roosevelt says, nobody can make you feel inferior without your own consent. If you told me I was inferior, I would say, how high do you think I gotta be to believe that? The problems are the problems, but the problem is the lack of problem-solving solutions.
Yeah.
Is the lack of, hey, here's a novel idea, knock, knock. You keep asking who's there. Why don't we, for one fucking time, ask why are you here?
What are you doing in my fucking house?
Because if it's this person, you're going to assume the reason, and you're going to build a story without their permission. Oh, I'm glad they're here because. Oh, I'm sad they're there because. You have no idea why they're there, and you have no idea, even if you did, how it would turn out. You're not afraid of having to drain your battery with a neighbor who wanted to come over and talk. You're afraid of how you have limited stamina to self-regulate yourself and how to not make your problems somebody else's. For fuck's sake, ask some questions, man.
What's your favorite of the Great Lakes?
Erie. It's kind of spooky, but at the same time, it's like it's home.
Sure is.
What's yours? Michigan.
No, Superior. Think about it.
How could I have not guessed?
Think about it. Huh? Scariest of the Great Lakes.
I mean,
Is it
nobody will argue Erie, both in the name and in catching on fire.
Okay, what about, you don't think Huron's got a running? I got to tell you, it's got a lot of damage, Huron. A lot of damage.
Okay. You know about the damage at Huron Lake?
Tell them that story. Do you remember the damage at Huron Lake? They were making it a book.
Remind me.
On a cold September night.
Interstellar music again, or something that you have the rights to?
Please. In a cold September night, end of September, almost the beginning of October, eerily cold, some would say Huronally cold. A couple was boating by themselves, just having a night. Just two guys out on the boat having a night.
Gay? They're a couple, they're a gay couple?
Not yet. So they're out on a boat, a couple of straight guys out on a boat. The one guy, Brank, turns to the other kid, Bob, and he says, I think I'm catching feelings. And
that's a kind of fish.
That's right, feelings fish, yeah. It's a sturgeon-looking fish.
But what about the real feelings?
Well, he hasn't reeled in anything yet. This bobber's still sitting way out in the water. And Brank says to Bob, I'm catching feelings. And Bob says, I'll tell you what, they're biting today.
Oh my gosh.
And he goes, my ass. He goes, what about it? He says, no, I'm saying I don't think you're really catching anything out there. He says, Bob, what don't you understand? I think I need to finally just come out with it. And Bob says, I have no clue why you would come out of the water. There's no bites yet. The bobber hasn't submerged. He says, no, look me in the eye, Bob. It's you. It's you I've been searching for. And he said, you?
As in the umami protein flavor that a fish
Correct.
gives off.
You. Like use? Like emitting use? He said, no, Bob. Gosh darn it. I'm going to leave my wife. I've already killed the kids. And you're the person
What?
I need to be with.
What?
That's what happened at Huron.
That's dude. You have the craziest
The
stories.
boat sunk.
He killed his kids.
Why? Yeah. Left a wife alive. The boat sunk. They couldn't make it back. They ran out of gas, these two guys. I got to tell you something.
Yikes.
Well, they were out there fucking all night. These two forgot they ran out of gas.
Bleep it. Bleep it.
Joe, you better cut that part where I say the F word, pal.
I was thinking of something.
Side sleep, though. You
Yeah.
sleep on your side, you sleep on your back.
I sleep on my back. I've trained myself with a pillow under my legs.
I can't do my back because my sleep apnea will kill me.
Well, if you really want to get a good night's sleep, why don't you head on over to helixsleep.com/Tyso and use promo code Tyso to get 25% off all orders plus up to 2 free pillows. That's
Two free pillows?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty good deal.
Yeah. I guess if you think, well, if I could get 8 hours of sleep every night, which means even if I don't sleep, I want to be in bed at least 8 hours a day. Oh, 1/3 of my life on a bed? Yeah, I think I'm going to invest in my self-worth.
Yeah, I
and
think
my
I'm,
body
I think I'm
and
gonna.
my being.
I think I'm gonna. How many hours a night do you get on sleep on
I
average?
try to get 8, and I do a decent job.
4.5.
Well, you're a working animal, man.
No, it's just I can't sleep. I can't turn off. I don't know how. Even McCone comes over sometimes and whispers to me, and I tell him to just whisper stats to me, pod stats, analytics. I just can't I just can't sleep.
Have you ever tried him not doing that? Have you ever tried, like, maybe the fact that he's whispering stats in your ear all night is what's keeping you up?
That's... I don't think so. I can't imagine that's a yeah.
That or melatonin.
That's the guy that does kick in there. Last
Rick.
place on earth that you'd want to live.
Far away from friends and Chinese food, and you could quote me on it.
What are we talking? Northern Canada?
Hey, man, if I could hang my hat, if there's Chinese food, good friends and family.
What's your Chinese order?
Do I have to do it in a Chinese accent?
Yeah.
Then I can't do it. I don't have one. It just when I talk like a Chinese person, it sounds like the same impression I have of like when I'm having sex with a woman and she's enjoying it. I just go, oh, yeah. It's just like,
That's perfect.
And they're like, I was doing that first. I'm like, I think that sounds Chinese. But then I realized, is it racist that I'm sounding Chinese by accident? No. Is it racist that I don't know if it sounds Japanese? No. But more.
More so, yeah.
Yeah, because let me do whatever I want to do. Nobody cares. But also, like, educate yourself. But that's what's so funny about what Hugh Grant did in Bridget Jones's Diary.
When he said, "Who
I don't
gives
give a shit," or whatever he
I don't
goes.
give a shit. Who gives a shit?
Yeah. What about you? What's the place that you don't want to live? Same answer as me.
No. I don't want to live.
I was gonna guess where there's no friends and good deep dish.
I don't
make
eat.
sure you have
We
some
don't.
family good deep
We
dish.
don't eat deep dish.
Oh yeah, that's not what I heard.
That's for the tourists. That's for you guys. You're not allowed to have this. This is liquor. Although you are licking it. How small are his poops?
That's where I draw the line.
You're not going to talk about dog poop?
That's my dog. You know how some people, when they post their kids, they put a star or a heart over their face?
You do that with him?
I don't talk about my dog's poops.
We don't
But
talk about your poop
let's
at
just
all.
say he's a healthy boy.
What do you feed this pup?
Alrighty then.
Does he get human food or does he get only dog food?
Human grade.
Do you get human food? What's the nickname? Have you got a litany of nicknames at this point?
Yeah. My Shira, c'est la bonne,
C'est la bon?
Kunde ba,
Coup des bons?
Kunde ba.
Hein? Coup des bons and four dessus. Quoi la cuit and poussez-vous.
Just a little one. A little Mishkite.
Oh, Michikait.
Little Shitty vet.
Je Chivette bus qui va comme toi. Elle est pas toi.
Put it in an oil.
Put it in oil.
It's
Put it in
sold
oil and
out.
squeeze it.
There's people.
This is how they make
waiting in
soy
line
sauce. Have
like
you
it's
seen that?
Yeezys trying to get this oil.
You ever owned a pair?
Of Yeezys?
Yeah.
The closest I ever got to a Yeezy was when I saw this chick that thought she had a chance with me, and I thought, Yeezy, not today, sweetheart. And then I wouldn't even say, hello, my honey, hello, my baby, because she was so rank that I didn't even want her to think, oh, maybe I have it. Like Jim Carrey says, what was this? 1 in a million. Smoking.
Smoking, yeah, 1 in a million smoking.
And then I had a cigar. At the time, I smoked cigars like a chimney.
Well, you're always smoking cigars.
I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger do it when I was younger, and I thought,
That's for
what
me.
I got to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I haven't owned Yeezys. I don't dress for culture. Back to the be bold, not beige. I don't dress for you.
Who do you dress for?
I dress for me. I dress for me. And let me tell you something else. That doesn't just include the style I might be wanting to present. It's also the comfort I might want to be feeling.
God bless.
Who gave the blue jeans such a fucking hard time
Yeah,
growing
what's
up?
his deal?
Why is everyone... No, even you. Wear whatever you want. Don't wear blue jeans. I'm sorry. Did blue jeans... somebody?
Did they?
Black jeans are okay?
Slow down. Slow down. Slow down about black jeans. I have a lot of black jeans.
People respect the black jean, is what I'm saying.
You don't have any black jeans. Name one black jean that you have. Name one.
Levi Lamar.
You made that up. You,
No,
you do
it's a
not
black
have a
jean.
black jean named Levi Lamar.
Levi Lamar. It's a brand that Levi's
open
did
your
when they
phone.
worked with Damon Johns with FUBU, and it was called that because of Lamar. It was one of Damon Johns' people, kind of like.
Show me on your phone a contact that you have black jeans. He doesn't have any black jeans. I do not buy it. I'm sorry. You're one of those guys
My
that you're like,
phone's
I
acting
can
a
criticize
fool.
that because I have black jeans at home. You don't.
My
I know
phone
you
is
don't.
freezing. Hold on.
That's convenient. That's convenient.
Oh, here, my contact's just open. Yeah, here it is.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Black jeans. Let me see. What else does it say?
It doesn't matter.
Let me see.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Wait, no. Give it back. Oh.
Black jeans, this is real.
Yes, it's real.
Well, I'm going to call him then.
No, wait. Israel. Tell me what you think of Israel. Give me my phone back.
Cut the commercial. Beep, boop, boop. Beep, boop, boop, boop. Hey, sweetie.
You know what? That's offensive to robots. You can't say beep, boop, beep. I'm so sick and tired of these people telling me that hey, it's not cultural appropriation if I want to do it.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah. Oh, cool. I like your braids. Oh, and then you have people who are so anti-fucking black that they're like, well, technically the black people stole it from the Vikings. Okay. No, they didn't. If you have a similar bit than me, I'm not going to be like, oh, Andrew stole it. Parallel thought. Maybe the black people. And you could take that to the bank.
Take it there. What are you going to do with it there?
He loves you.
What would you do with that? What would you do? Take it to the bank. When somebody says, take it to the bank.
I
haven't
trust
been to
him.
my bank in 10 years. What am I doing there? Let me tell you something about the bank. You ever been to the bank? You guys ever walked into a bank? You see the teller? What do you got to tell her? Take my money, honey. I walk into the bank. I say to the teller, I got nothing to tell you. I'm just giving you a little bit of cash. Teller says to me, we don't take cash here anymore. This is a cashless bank. Do you know about this cashless banks now? What are we talking about, cashless banks? And then she's got the nerve to tell her after the transaction's over, she flips the little screen around. Tip 20%? Fuck you, bitch.
Okay. Unbelievable. Okay, now that we got that out of the way. Oh. In my fridge, I don't eat a piece of lettuce without that getting onto it. That's how good it is. That's how much you have to bottle what you just did.
I'm trying.
Maybe you need to have a game show. But it's
A
you.
gay show? That's offensive and weak and small. Not gonna have a gay show where I invite a bunch of my buds on a TV channel and I'm sucking all their cocks. I'm not doing that show.
Okay.
You think I want to line up all my friends and eat their balls?
Oh, I'm so grateful, dude.
I want a game show. What is my game show? What am I gonna do?
Here's
on
the game show. You aren't the host. Every week, you're the only contestant.
It's just me.
And other people we create these crazy games that you have to play.
Yeah.
And, you know, it would be produced, like people could even submit them, but it would be produced, and it could be real games, charades. And if it involves other people, you could play with them, but you're the constant. There's some games you could play alone, some you need 4 people, 3 people, 2 people, 8 people, whatever, but it's you. And people submit their games, and then we find ways of doing it to where like, oh, but like we have to, and we find ways where you shine. Certain types of improv things, voices, rhythm stuff, certain like genres of satire, like certain things, pop culture moments that you connect with, whatever it is. But we're watching you just play games, man.
I like charades, man. We grew up with this dude named Charades, man. We never knew what he was up to. He was always moving through time and space. Charades. And we'd be like, what's up with charades, man? What is he doing, dude? And then you couldn't really figure him out. Charade.
That was Forrest Gump?
Yeah. You didn't let me finish. Mama said, life is like a charade. Yeah.
Could you do Seinfeld?
Oh my God, can I ever?
Can I see it?
Give me a scenario for Seinfeld.
Sure. He walked. He was going to visit his girlfriend to break up with her finally, and he walked in on her, and he saw her cheating on him, and all of a sudden he didn't understand what the deal was with his feelings about he wanted to break up. Why is this hurting him so much?
Hello, I'm here, honey. I'm here. Oh, what's the deal with you fucking another guy? You know, if you're gonna fuck another guy, at least make him hotter than me. Oh. Is that good?
Yeah,
You just
it
poked
sounded
me-
like he was falling the whole time, but yeah.
Wait, I thought you said it was during an earthquake.
No, oh, that makes more sense.
Oh, shit.
But like, here's also what I'm thinking.
Here.
Yeah, I'm rich, and you now in like your retirement are like, you're like, have like in the future, there's kind of like, what's the thing where you like, what's up everybody? I want to say happy birthday to Anthony and Sarah. You guys are sweethearts. And by the way, don't hold the door open. All right, peace out. Cameo. Mm-hmm. But like you could actually rent. I saw this thing today where this guy, you could rent older men in Japan. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
And like they come around, they like talk to you or they play sport with you or whatever. But like you could you could rent Andrew. And like, it's just this. It's like, listen, I'm not going to come with a set list. I don't know what mood I'm going to be in.
Yep.
But I'm going to be present with you, and I'm going to and play games with me and everything. But like, might be high energy, might be low pressure. And then you come over, and it's that. And I'm like, all right, now do one of the Beatles. When the Beatle, one of the Beatles. And also, they one of them suggests to the other ones be all the Beatles.
Yeah, what do we
And
do?
one of them suggests to the other ones that they should be vegetarian. But George is like, we should be vegetarian because
think
he's
we
very
should be
yoga.
vegetarian.
And all the other ones didn't want to let him down because they know something. George had a bad day. He got cheated on. No, he had a bad day because he found out that his parents were divorced for years and he never knew. So they don't want to let him down, but like they want to eat meat still. But they have to be like, oh, well, maybe we'll consider it. And George will keep being like, well, that's great. And he's buying into it. And he has no idea. It's because they're just like, don't want to be mean to him and make him feel bad. Could you do that?
I really think we should be vegetarian. My parents got divorced. I'm George Harrison. Meat's bad, isn't it? How is that? Pretty good.
Be the other ones too. Be the other ones too have to be like, oh, we feel so bad.
Oh yeah. Oh, I don't want to give up everything of the meat wise. I like the meat.
Not a Japanese beetle.
What?
You're doing Japanese beetle.
That's John Lennon.
Okay.
I'm a John Lennon. I like this.
No, not Yoko Uno. Yoko Uno.
Fuck, you win. I knew I should have flipped that over. Why is that card right there?
Well, I guess I get to plug my dates before you.
Do it. 1, 2, 3.
I'm going
go.
going to the Getty with this chick named Bridget.
Dude, is she still got that club foot? Bridget from the club with the club foot?
She's wearing a boot, yes.
Yeah, she booted. Yeah, toot it and boot it is what I say. If you get her back to your place, you got to toot it and boot it.
An hour
Rap
of that.
it before you tap it. Snap it before you clap it. You know what I mean? Bridget walks in the door. Let me tell you something. Bridget walks in my door. I'm trying to walk in her door. Bing bong. Hello. I took this broad Bridget over there to the Getty Center. She didn't get any more out of me, pal. Money wise, I dropped her off.
Wow.
You what? Plug your dates. Cleveland.
Wow. It feels so good. I tell you every time, you have to know it. It feels so good. The laughs that you bring out of me, dude, it feels so good. I'm going to cry.
Me too. Don't cry on the show.
Okay. Wow. Well, everyone's just going to, comment, why do you keep having that fucking kike on? He's so annoying and he talks so much and he interrupts and his bits aren't funny. And I'm not going to read them because I don't read my comments on other people's podcasts anymore.
Shouldn't.
I
Not
read 'em
worth
on
your
mine.
time.
But I'll tell you this. What you don't know is this was such a lovely time for me.
Me too.
And I don't get to laugh like this that much. And interstellar music. It's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
It would be just as beautiful if I didn't recognize it and I would have no idea.
But you do.
And that's where happiness is a choice. You can't necessarily come up with it out of thin air.
No.
But you could choose to appreciate and to recognize at least other perspectives. To, maybe there's a silver lining you never knew. Maybe it teaches you a lesson that helped you grow. But if you really want to have a good time, if you really want to have a good time, I'm going to be at the DC Improv September 28th. I'm also going to be in Texas at a few places. I'll be in Houston November 6th. I'll be in Dallas November 6th, Houston November 7th, and Austin November 8th. And I'm going to be in Seattle at Laughs Comedy Club November 15th and 16th. You could go ahead, you could be sad all you want, or you could go on over to your web browser and do www.punchup.live/Rick Glassman.
Yeah.
Get the dates, get the tickets. And here, check this out. If you come to the show and you don't have the best time ever, you won't.
You won't.
But if you don't have a good time,
You will.
then DM me a picture of your tits and I'll say, I'm sorry.
God bless.
But otherwise, get off my IM, get off my telehoo, my face twat, my mic. So do daddy a favor. When mommy goes to sleep, go in the bathroom, look in the mirror, and tell me what you see. Say, I see pride. Say it.
I see pride.
Say, I see power.
I see power.
I see a badass mother who don't take no crap off of nobody.
I see a badass mother who don't take no crap off of nobody.
One more time, I see pride.
I see pride.
Louder.
I see pride.
I want to believe it.
I see pride.
Not so high pitched.
I
Gruffer.
see pride.
Yes. Yes. Bigger that, but bigger.
I see power. I see a badass motherfucker who don't take no crap off of nobody.
And I guarantee you this, you might not have the biggest dick in town.
No chance.
You might not have the most money in your wallet.
Broke ass.
You might have the strongest biceps or the
Nice
biggest
arms.
calves.
Ooh, legs.
You might not be the funniest. You might not be the smartest, but I'll tell you this much. no one's going to look at you and think, that ain't a guy's guy.
That's a guy's guy.
And I'm not talking a guy's guy that, oh, I know righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. I'm talking a guy's guy that knows righty-tighty, lefty-loosey and also knows Lucy can't be lefty on red. And if you're not interested, communicate. You know, ghosting is this phenomenon now where it's like, oh, I only do what I want. This love ourselves, I do what I want. It's great if you're just considering making yourself happy, but not at the expense of others, man. Oh, I wasn't interested, so I just ignored him. Why don't you say I'm not interested? And now he knows, and he could either move on or choose to, if not with you, the next woman who is at your caliber, find something about him that's more interesting, more engaging, more honest, where you might have been interested, how he could improve. But no, oh, I didn't want to feel uncomfortable. Oh, I didn't want to, fuck off. Just say what you mean and mean what you say.
Perfect.
Oh, what does that mean? Say what you mean and mean what you say. I'm not interested. I am. And when you are interested, I'm going to wait for him to call me. But you're interested in talking to him. Yeah, but if he really wanted it, he would get it. Well, how does he know how much he really wants it if you aren't showing him how wanted you deserve to be? And this goes two ways. This isn't guy, girl, guy, girl, girl, but it's probably one of those. I mean, those are the big ones.
Those are the biggest ones, yeah.
Hey, you know what? We went on a date. I had a great time. I told you that. I haven't heard from you in a few days. I thought I could ignore it. But I want to let you know I am interested in seeing you again. It doesn't feel good. I felt a little bit ignored. You know, whatever your thing. And then the guy could be like, oh, fuck that. I hate people that are in touch with their feelings. Or he could be like, whoa, I love this. It could even condition him. Oh, I didn't even realize that was an option to be direct and honest. I could be that now.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I don't like? It's really a bummer. They communicate too honestly while accepting and allowing people to feel the feelings without feeling responsible, but wanting to be a safe place to help. Oh, why do that? Because I want to be able to not feel embarrassed if I lose to my son when I'm 48 and he's 8. I can't play like that. That's why not. Why am I wasting? There's a Bob Dylan song called Don't Think Twice. Because the truth is, it's all right. All sex and true sex to you, babe.
Yeah, Pearl Jam.
Bob Dylan. If I don't know by now, isn't it just a chance to you, babe? And on the dark side of the moon, when your whistle blows and your shield goes and your suppose and oh, I'll be gone. Till reason I'll be traveling on. But don't think twice, it's all right. You just wasted my precious time, but don't think twice, it's all right. What? We already lost. I did, you did. I lost my time. You lost whatever it is that you lost. But why punish yourself 2 times? Don't think twice. It's all right.
It's all right.
It is.
It's all right.
And if you're uncomfortable saying what you mean and meaning what you say, that's all right.
That's all right,
Don't
too.
think twice. It's all right.
I got to go get Indian food. Do you want to end the
You're
show?
not allowed to say that.
What, sorry?
You can't say that.
I'm going to go get Southwest Asian
Thank
food.
you.
Finish the show, just to close off the show.
Sure. Thank you. Curry up. Well, I guess it's just me. Andrew's naan. I can't think of any other Indian food other than naan and whatever the other thing I said was.
Chris Papadum.
That one's easy. All right, everybody. As I end all my podcasts, I want to say Chris Papadum to you and to all a good night. My name's Rick Glassman. You could check me out on the Take Your Shoes Off podcast. I hope you enjoyed the episode. And more than that, I hope you find ways to enjoy whatever it is that brings you the most and fills your cup. I'm Rick Glassman. You're welcome. Ain't no use in trying to lick around, babe, if I'm told to do. If there's something, the only light, babe, the only light I've ever knowed. It's a super, super, super light, babe. I'm on the dark side of the road when your whistle blows and your feet are told and your minds are made up and oh, I'll be gone. You're not the reason I've been moving on. But don't think twice, alright.